of the Jockey Club over there, Johnny Rennick. Kerry Smith, another committee man's here, and of course they have their big cup meeting up in August. Now here comes Chambray up in the line, Alfa Romeo. Rule of 3 comes in, and Alfa Romeo about to come forward. Perenniv Swivets on the inside. Listo Gitano and Homeless Brother and Synchronicity. It'll have a look at a lot of local support. Yeah, got a couple of the Falls Jockey Club boys up here. Johnny Rennick and Kerry Smith. They're over at the Broken Hill and enjoying the racing. Hope to see you over there at the Forbes Cup in August. Now the last couple to move in, Homeless Brother, Synchronicity. Listo Gitano set Alfa Romeo. Rule of 3 is ready. Perenniv Swivet on the inside. 2 to come in here. Synchronicity, so Barry Murray, the Broken Hill trainer, you have plenty cheering for him with his horse Synchronicity. Listo Gitano, they're going to just push it up into the gates. Far West Hyundai, trusted firm out here at Broken Hill, sponsoring the race. Alfa Romeo set, rule of 3. Perenniv, Paula Trenwith, the trainer of Perenniv. Trained a lot of winners here at Broken Hill over the years, including that great galloper. I think he won the Cup 3 times here, Nozzy. Swivet now, Synchronicity moves up and they're about set to go here. Stand by. All set. Race 5 at Broken Hill. All in the gates. All set here, 1,600 metres in front of them on this big track here at Broken Hill. Off and racing. Swivet and Perenniv both begin fairly well. And Alfa Romeo's gone up quickly on the outside to be a narrow leader. Listo Gitano is going forward in the early stages. Homeless Brother staying to sweep around them. Chambray is getting a long way back, then Synchronicity, and Perenniv was last of all, so Homeless Brother drew to a narrow lead over Alfa Romeo and Listo Gitano. It ran to third, then came Swivet. Rule of 3 was running back fifth. It's about 5 or 6 lengths back to Chambray, being followed then by Synchronicity, and Perenniv is last of all as they're about to leave the back now, and they're racing towards the 900. Homeless Brother leads 3/4 of a length now. Alfa Romeo, Listo Gitano was third. Swivet's getting right up along the fence, 4 or 5 lengths back, rule of 3. Then came Synchronicity. Chambray was second last and Perenniv last, but now staying to make a run. Homeless Brother sweeps down the side, coming down past the 600. It's been tackled now by Alfa Romeo. A length and a half back to Swivet, who's had a good run, but is starting to lose a bit of ground there. Coming around them there was rule of 3 coming into the picture. Even wider there was Synchronicity coming from a long way back, and then came Chambray and Listo Gitano. It's Alfa Romeo getting through on the inside now to race the lead over Homeless Brother. Swivet's right through on the rails. Swivet went up to Alfa Romeo. Homeless Brother the outside at Swivet drawing clear over Alfa Romeo. Rule of 3 is running home well. Swivet in front. It's holding on at the moment. Coming now, but Swivet then down the outside, Alfa Romeo and Synchronicity and Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo got up to being Synchronicity. Perenniv was out wide. Rule of 3, Chambray, Homeless Brother, followed in there. Over on the inside there was Swivet, who dropped out in the closing stages, and Listo Gitano. Well, they swept down the outside. The ones nearer the rails looked to be going to fight it out. But Alfa Romeo, who'd been up there with the lead all the way, has done best, and we stand by now for the official placings after the running of race 5. End up a great race. A couple have come from the back of the field there. Perenniv was a long last. It has run on well into the minor placings, but we stand by for the placings here after a pretty interesting race 5. The ones over near the inside, Swivet had got the rails run, had raced up to Alfa Romeo. Rule of 3 was still boxing away, but Alfa Romeo, rule of 3. Perenniv was coming home well, but we stand by for all the placings now after the running of race 5. Righto, boys. Now I control everything here. I've got to put it back on the encore so you blokes can listen to the Sydney races. Broadcast. Yeah, 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4 and 5, yep.
Yeah, 3 quarters by 3 quarters.
3 quarters by 3 quarters, yep.
And 138.03.
138.03. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Ready on tomorrow.
Going home early in the morning, yeah. 1, 3, 4, hang on, we've got to get this. 1, 3, 4 and 5 here. 1 Alpha Romeo, that's a winning double to Heather Lehman from Murray Bridge and Kayla Cross. Of course, they became the first females to combine and win the Birdsville Cup last year in the history of the Birdsville Cup. Heather Lehman, the trainer, and Kayla Cross, they won the Birdsville Cup last year, the first time 2 females have ever combined to win the Birdsville Cup. And they've already won 2 races here today. Number 1 Alpha Romeo raced up with the lead all the way. Kayla Cross, the winning jockey. Second to 3 Synchronicity, trained by Barry Murray of Broken Hill, ridden by Stacey Metcalf. Third to 4 Parentive, it came from last. Justin Huxtable, the rider for Paula Trenmouth. And fourth was number 5, ran fourth, rule of 3. 1, 3, 4, 5. They came with a rush, the ones on the outside there. Swivet had got the rails run the race up to Alpha Romeo at the top of the straight. Synchronicity had worked into it, but they came down the outside, but Alpha Romeo, who'd been with the lead all the way, was able to hang on and win. 1, 3, 4, 5, 3 quarters by 3 quarters, 138.03. A race 6 today, and in race 6, this is the Clubs New South Wales and Keno Outback Cup. No scratchings out of Cup. 8 to run, and race 6 is time to go at 4:10. Okay. I've got to remember to turn those switches on and off. And then I've got the lady down there, I've got to cut the Sydney stuff off. Well, let's hope we don't have to go with the slipper off. I'll make sure of that. Yeah. Big track here, 2,000 metres around it. And it turns all the way. Apart from the home straight, I've been around it. It turns every inch of the way. Yeah, and there's a little dog leg over there.